This story began with something as simple as a knock on the door. A man named Rafael heard someone knocking. However, when he opened the door, there was absolutely no one there. A few days after that mysterious knock, very strange things started happening inside his house, until one night, terror manifested itself in the most direct way possible.
Is someone there? Was it you, Branca? Who was there? Oh! Wow. Alexa, turn on the bathroom light. It can't be. Ouch! Hey!
A dark shadow appears in the kitchen and quickly crosses the doorway before vanishing. Rafael, with great courage, goes in to investigate. He doesn't find anyone, but suddenly a kitchen utensil falls to the floor by itself. Is it a real ghost caught on camera or a very well-made hoax? The decision is yours. The YouTube user The Auslasken says he has been working late in his studio. He's finally ready to go home at 2 a.m. However, he claims that during the last few nights, he has also been hearing incredibly creepy noises in the studio, like loud footsteps, and he has also been seeing things out of the corner of his eye. Auslasken says that, just a few minutes before making this video, he went to the bathroom and thinks he felt someone or something grab him by the shoulder. But he's not willing to go home without answers, so he takes out his phone to try to catch whoever or whatever it is. When he enters the bathroom, he doesn't find anything and finally leaves. But look at what happens as he walks down the hallway.
Hello? Alright, I think I'm done. I think I've had enough for today.
At that moment, it doesn't seem like the author realized it. But if you look closely, you can see someone or something peeking out to watch the man while he's recording. But it quickly hides its head behind the corner. Shortly after, the video ends. But it's clear that someone is in the studio and has been lurking for at least several days. On September 6, 2025, a photograph taken by a woman began to attract everyone's attention. The picture was taken during a trip to Mexico that she took with some friends. During their stay, the group of 4 people used a disposable camera to capture the moments they spent together. Days after returning home, the woman went to pick up the developed photos. While looking through them, one photo made her stop. Something in the picture taken in the hotel room defied all logic. Take a close look. In the picture, we see 3 women smiling at the camera, but look behind the 2 who are in the back. Right where there was probably a mirror, you can see the silhouette of what looks like a person. If we brighten the image, another woman also appears out of nowhere. It can be confirmed that there were only 4 people on the trip, thanks to another photograph, the 4 friends who were sharing this trip. The woman who took the problematic photo did it from the bed, so it's normal that she doesn't appear in the mirror. What is truly unsettling is that, as they confirm, nobody has any idea who that strange woman with a slight smile in the reflection is. And you? What do you see? One morning, a woman named Carrie woke up to a notification on her phone. Her security camera had detected movement in the living room during the early morning hours. Since she has a dog and a cat, she thought it was probably them. But when she checked the recording, what she saw left her completely baffled. Around 3:45 in the morning, Carrie's camera captured a shadow with a clearly human silhouette. It was standing next to the kitchen island. After a few seconds, it slowly slid to the right until it left the frame. However, what makes this video even more chilling is the behavior of the animals. Both the dog and the cat stared intently at that shadow. Strangely, they didn't seem scared, but rather curious, as if they were trying to understand what it was. Carrie says she lives alone, and she has no explanation for what her camera recorded that night. The following image was uploaded to social media by a young woman from Indonesia named Anis. She was with 2 of her friends taking some photos to remember the moment. At that time, everything seemed completely normal until later, when they reviewed the pictures, they noticed a very terrifying detail. Right behind the girls, hidden in the darkness among the trees and plants, you can see a ghostly, pale and colorless apparition. The young women claim that there was absolutely no one else with them when they took the picture. Anis explained that she was near her old school, next to which there is a ruined house. Although they have never heard any rumors about that abandoned house being haunted, she is convinced that if what appears in the photo is a spirit, it must definitely have some connection to that place. The following recording was made in a hospital. The person who shared the video, whom we will call Kanda, works as a nurse in this same place. She says that one day in November of the year 2024, one of her co-workers showed her a very strange video. According to what she explained, that day, while using one of the hospital elevators, the door started to malfunction, refusing to close. Her co-worker, puzzled by the elevator's behavior, decided to record everything with her phone so she could report it to her superiors. However, while reviewing the video, she noticed something that left her frozen. With her co-worker's permission, Kanda uploaded the video to her social media, showing what she recorded. As if something or someone was blocking it, the elevator tries to close its doors over and over again. But near the end of the video, something else was recorded. Look at the hallway in the back. A figure seems to peek out to watch. You can make out what appears to be a white-skinned face, dark hair and eyes. During all this time, the nurse who was recording was completely alone and hadn't noticed that presence. When she showed the video to her supervisor, they decided to check the hospital's security cameras. However, the footage from that area only showed her. There was no one else. The inexplicable elevator malfunction and that woman who appeared in the hallway, what do you think really happened? People buy dolls to decorate, simply to play, but sometimes it's the dolls that want to play with humans. In this terrifying story, a doll seems to be playing with its owner's mind. He says that for the past few months, very strange things have been happening with that doll. He lives alone, but he has noticed that even though he always leaves it in its place, it inexplicably appears somewhere else in the house. Also, he always has the feeling that the doll is staring at him. Honestly, no one believed him until one night he felt a strange movement again. So he took out his phone and recorded the ultimate proof.
It's like it's following me with its eyes, or is it just my... Or is it my imagination? Orphan, friends? I don't know if it's my imagination. Ah! Son of a bitch, no way, no way! Oh, son of your damn mother. Oh, guys, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. Oh, God, 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 my God, my God, wait for me, wait for me. Oh, God, 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 God. Holy God, holy God. Oh, holy God, oh.
As you can see, the doll is completely motionless at first, but suddenly it turns its body and head directly toward the camera, as if it wanted to say something. The man claims that he didn't manipulate the video in any way, and the panic you hear in his voice seems to confirm that his fear was completely real. Now put yourself in his place for a moment. If something like that happened to you, would you have the courage to record it, or would you run away to save your life? On November 8, 2023, YouTuber Gorilla Hot Tortilla uploaded a video of himself doing graffiti and filming inside an old, creepy, abandoned building. For most of the video, we see the creator making his way through the area to find some blank spots to paint. However, things take a drastic turn for the worse around the 3-minute mark. Out of nowhere, you can see a creepy person running from the roof of a building before suddenly jumping toward the creator of the video. From here on, the rest of the video turns into a frantic chase. Fortunately, the clip ends with the creator managing to escape safely. However, this leaves us with several chilling questions. Who was this mysterious pursuer? And what was he planning to do if he had caught him? It's unsettling to think about, especially because the figure seems to appear out of nowhere on the rooftop, which suggests he might have been watching him for some time. What you're seeing now is a strange video recorded by a home's security camera. In August of 2025, the person who sent this video lost his beloved grandmother. To his daughter, she was her beloved great-grandmother, an irreplaceable figure she loved visiting at the nursing home. The morning after her passing, something strange happened in the house. It was before dawn. Our protagonist's husband had gotten up early to take the dog out. Suddenly, her daughter, who would normally be sleeping at that hour, woke up and insisted on playing in the living room. While the girl played, her father kept doing his chores. At the moment he opened the back door to let the dog out, the security camera was activated. What it recorded was the image of the little girl playing alone in the living room, or at least that's what it seemed.
Hi. Hi, Angel. Hi, Grandma Eckersley.
So you're with the angels now?
The security camera had recorded the girl talking to someone in an empty room, and the name she mentioned was that of her recently deceased great-grandmother. Right after she says her name, you can hear a strange voice. It was an unexplainable sound, as if a laugh and a sob were mixed into one.
My husband came in right after the clip had shut off because he heard her talking to someone after he finished helping the dog. And he was like, "Hey, who are you talking to?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm talking to Grandma Eckersley." And he's like, "Oh, what did she say?" And she just goes, "She said that she loves me, so..."
The family tells what happened after this event. The girl began saying things like, "Grandma is here," or "She loves me a lot." It was the first time she had said something like that, and they are completely convinced that the spirit of the grandmother came to say goodbye to her great-granddaughter. But I want to know, what do you think about it?
Happy birthday. Hi, Angel. Hi, Grandma Eckersley.
So you're with the angels now.
This event in Taiwan is both strange and terrifying. The security camera in a barber shop shows a completely normal scene at first. The barber is busy with his clients, but suddenly one of the men who was waiting starts to act in a very inexplicable way. He begins to notice something no one else in the room perceives. An expression of surprise and confusion appears on his face, and he tries to push away that invisible thing. But little by little, panic takes hold of him. The barber tries to calm him down, thinking that maybe he's having an attack or a seizure. But in the end, the man falls to the floor and starts writhing violently. No one could really understand what was happening. Some say it was a medical emergency, while others are convinced that he saw a demonic entity or even the angel of death himself. This video documents the inexplicable event that happened to a little girl one day in February 2021. Joshua's daughter, the author of the video, was alone in her bedroom. It was almost midnight when the girl, who was supposed to be sleeping, suddenly started to cry. During the 2 minutes that passed from when she started crying until her mother arrived, the security camera in the room captured a terrifying phenomenon. As if something was guiding her, the girl crawls and goes under the bed. Even though she cries and calls for her mother, her body seems to move against her will, as if she were possessed. Soon after, Joshua's wife arrived, took her away, and things finally calmed down. But the next day, in broad daylight, the camera recorded another inexplicable event. As soon as the girl enters the room, a strange voice can be heard. Immediately after, the little girl drops the paper she was holding and obediently crawls back under the bed. The voice that was heard in the room seems to say something like, "Get under the bed." She acted as if she was following someone's orders, and, what's even stranger, while she was under the bed, the girl was shouting disturbing words. Joshua says that he looked under the bed, but there was absolutely nothing there. As a result of this incident, the couple, fearing for their daughter's safety, started sleeping with her. However, the girl's strange behavior still continued. The girl stared fixedly at a point in the void and responded as if she were seeing someone. Sometimes you can even hear a man's voice whispering near her. These paranormal phenomena continued for some time, but curiously, after about 4 months, everything stopped as suddenly as it had started. What or who was stalking this girl? What do you think it could have been? Reddit user Londrix1 posted a video in the Ghosts subreddit just over a month ago that shows that not even broad daylight guarantees the safety of your own home. The author says the footage is from his mother's Ring camera. At first, it looks like a normal clip. She's putting the leash on the family dog before going out for a walk. Nothing unusual until you pay attention to the hallway. If you look closely, you can see a shadow-like figure moving through the hallway in the background. What makes this so unsettling is that her mother doesn't notice at all, even though the figure passes right behind her. On one hand, shadows in Ring recordings can sometimes be explained by lighting tricks or cars casting reflections through the windows. But here, the hallway doesn't seem to have any visible light source that could produce such a clear walking movement. The shadow's stride also seems intentional, like a figure moving with a purpose. It's easy to imagine how chilling it must have been for her to watch the footage again and realize that something uninvited might have been there all that time. In June 2025, a man named Macio Brandon Sanchez posted a video on his TikTok that will definitely make you afraid of funeral homes if you weren't already. In the first video, Macio explains that they've been hearing strange noises in the funeral home, even though it's completely empty. While he's recording, he keeps repeating that there's nothing there, but at the 14th second, something happens that seems to contradict his words.
Look, we've been hearing noises here in this area for a while, but as you can see, it's empty. And we think that, well, there's something here, because things start moving kind of weird. Look how it's moving. Look. Look how it's moving. There's nothing. There's nothing. Partner is here, but if you look, we're alone.
Suddenly, a door opens by itself, even though there's no one inside. It's a disturbing sight, and Macio's comment makes it clear that he's genuinely nervous. Was this the spirit of a deceased person trying to break free? Or could it have been something mundane, like air pressure or faulty hinges? Soon after, he posted another video of himself inside the same funeral home. This time, his tone is even more frantic. He talks about hearing more noises. He mentions something that seems burned and repeats that he is completely alone, before screaming in shock as chaos breaks out.
Now then, what the hell do you see? Nothing, I'm alone. I'm alone, damn it, I'm alone. Ah, damn it, ah, damn it, ah, damn it. No way, no way, no way. Ah, damn it.
Furniture and objects begin falling on their own. Machio curses, screams and records, unsure of what else to do. Some skeptics on the internet suggest drafts, strings, or even that everything was staged. But the intensity of his reaction feels very real. And if all this is true, what kind of energy is powerful enough to throw furniture through the air inside a funeral home? On TikTok, a woman named Ashley Lynn posted a video explaining why she's starting to believe that her bedroom might be haunted. Ashley says she has a camera installed in the room for security reasons. And one day, while she was recording a TikTok downstairs, she suddenly heard a noise. At first, she assumed it was just her pet Coco. But when she heard the same sound again a moment later, her suspicions grew. What if it was just air pressure or a draft? You'd expect the door to move once, not repeatedly. On the other hand, skeptics might argue that a hidden string or even a loose latch could have produced the same effect. Even so, the fact that Coco reacts with such visible alarm increases the unsettling feeling of the video. For this next entry, we're going to watch a handful of videos in a sort of compilation. The first clip was recorded by a home security camera in the middle of the night. Pay close attention to the cat. As soon as the cat enters the frame, you can see a strange shadowy figure right behind it, as if it were closely following the animal. The second video was posted by a woman on TikTok named Tamiji. It shows another recording from a security camera. Pay attention to the corner of the screen, right when the video starts. If you looked closely, you can make out what appears to be a faint ghostly figure wandering inside her house. The next clip is even creepier. Tammy had set up a camera in her bedroom while she slept, probably because of all the strange activity she had already been experiencing. And sure enough, but that's not all. 2 more videos he posted show even more disturbing things moving on their own inside his house. Taken together, these videos definitely suggest that something strange is happening inside Tammy's house. Of course, skeptics might argue that shadows, reflections, or even clever editing could explain some of these moments. Even so, the consistency across multiple clips, especially with the cat's reaction in the first one, makes it hard to dismiss it completely. Chris, from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill, is back for another exploration, this time venturing into the Rockefeller Hotel in Cleveland, Ohio. Built in 1905, the place has long been considered a historic landmark, but today it's only a shadow of what it once was. Decadent, unsettling, and as Chris would soon discover, downright dangerous. For the first 30 minutes, everything seems pretty routine. Chris carefully makes his way through the building, showing the peeling walls and the empty rooms. But then things start to escalate when Chris approaches the door. Suddenly he heard a strange noise echoing down the hallway.
William H. Smith and Associates. Oh shit.
Minutes later, the situation grows more unsettling. Chris captures the figure of what appears to be a woman inside the building. Even though the hotel should be completely empty, he still goes on. But soon the strange noises become louder and harder to ignore.
I wish I could see.
You can hear muffled voices, as if people were talking, even arguing somewhere above him. And then things take a terrifying turn. Gunshots, not just one, but several, echoing in the distance, while the voices keep arguing and shouting. Chris's breathing grows heavier as panic takes hold of him, and it becomes clear that he might be caught in the middle of something much more dangerous than just a haunted hotel. The video ends with Chris barely finding his way out of the building. This encounter feels less like a typical paranormal investigation and more like a brush with real-life danger. Thank you for watching the video up to this point. Only the brave make it this far. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more horror. Have some good nightmares.